Good morning. Today is day 13 on the PCT. I've woken up, I'm feeling better. I got a nice early start. I started hiking by like before 5:30, just before I think, just to help, because today there is a lot of steep ups and steep downs. So I just wanted to give myself lots of time to do that. Part of me is still like, should I push into town? But I think after this, I've got some like little ups and downs, and then I got a steep down and a steep up. I reckon after that I'm going to be pooped. So looks like I'll probably be doing a 15-mile day, which is not too bad. Because then otherwise I'll have to walk another, if I wanted to go into town, I'd have to walk another 2 miles on the PCT, plus another 2.5 off the PCT to get down to a parking lot. So, tough decisions, but today I'm just going to see how I go, take breaks, and my goal is to not burn myself out. Oh damn, this is like some AT kind of climbing. I'm sure the camera isn't doing justice of how steep this actually is, but oh my god, it's steep. Whew. Something I do, well I did on the AT, and I've just started for this climb. When I find it a tough climb, I count my steps, and I say I can stop when I get to 100 steps. But on this trail, it's working pretty well because it like flattens out a little before the 100, so I'm able to catch my breath, so it's quite nice. So that's my goal, just keep counting my steps to make it to the top. Oh, ow. Alrighty, so I've made it 7.2 miles into the day, and I just had to walk a total of 1.2 downhill, well, 0.6 downhill, collect water, scaled a litre, and then came 0.6 back uphill with my water. I dropped my pack at this junction back here so I didn't have to carry it. So yeah, I'm doing alright. I've got 8 miles to camp, and the time is nearly 10 o'clock. I've told myself, but I don't think it's going to happen. If I get to that junction at 2 and I have a ride, because I've got to sort out a ride, then maybe I can go into town, but I think it's probably safer for me to not. Pigeon is like miles ahead. I reckon he's boosting to get into town today, and he probably will. But I just got to think about myself and how far I want to push, and is it worth pushing? And then I got a text from Susie on my Garmin, who's further behind from my original big group, and she said there's a storm coming in, so maybe spending one more night on trail would be better. So I just got to work out some stuff. I'm doing good though. I'm in a much more positive mindset than yesterday, so that's nice and I'm enjoying it. So let's hope that continues, and I just got to remind myself I don't have to prove anything to anyone by making it into town. Just got to hike my own hike. Oh my god, there's snow, but I'm also getting things chucked at from a crow, I think. This is wild. That whole mountain range I've just been climbing all day. I'm going well. I've got like hopefully just under 2 miles to where I'm meant to camp tonight. And it's like only 10 past 1. I'm nearly at the top of the biggest climb, so I'm hoping I can push it all the way to town tonight, and yeah, but we'll see. We still got a wee way to go. Alrighty, so I've made it just now to the junction where I was going to camp, but I stopped just back there at the water source, filled up on water, ate a Snickers, and I'm going to make it to town. I made it there, I can't remember if I said, just before 2, or just at 2. So, good timing. My tactic was to just not stop pretty much and just fuel as I went. So I've got one last big climb. I think it's 0.7, so I can do that, and then a lot of down. If you don't like blisters or feet, just look away for the next part. But these are my blisters I've been walking with. This is one bad boy. This is the other. Blister at the end of the toenail. And then I've got some raw patches on the back of my heel. Fun. Yeah. Alrighty, so I made it into town. It was a hard push though. It was 2.5 miles down to the parking lot, and I was hobbling my way in. I made it down at like 4:30, I think, and then there was another 2 people who were also walking down, so I hitched a ride with them, which was kind of hard. We ended up like catching a ride with this couple who were actually walking up, and they live near there, so they ended up giving us a ride, I was very thankful. Otherwise I would have had to done a 3-mile road walk because it's not a hugely busy road. So yeah, I am like super happy I pushed into town because we went out and got dinner. I had a good night's sleep. Obviously my blisters are not the nicest. They're pretty painful, so I'm taking a 0. I'm filming this the next day. I'm taking a 0 today, and maybe the next day depending on the weather, on Mount Santa Cinto. But yeah, it was good. You know, I actually enjoyed yesterday a lot more than the day before. I took my time, I was walking at my own pace. I didn't really stop because I was kind of determined to make it into town, but it was good. So I think sadly I am gonna have to leave Trevor and Pigeon and Starburst behind, and I'm gonna have to keep walking at my own pace just to help recover the legs and just look after myself a bit better, because once I started making my own decisions, it was a lot easier. Not saying that they were like pushing me too hard, but I like was pushing myself too hard and it was taking a toll on me. So yeah, it is sad to leave them, but you know, it is what it is. You gotta hike your own hike. And like, I'm so happy that I stopped early the day before, because yesterday I feel like I did a really bad day capturing it, but it was just spectacular. Like the views, the rocks, there was a lot of blowdowns though, so that made it a little tricky. I had crows chuck bark at my head, so that was kind of wild. But yeah, no, it was an awesome day and spectacular views. I am excited to see the other side of the mountain and see what that has in for store. Thanks for watching. See you guys tomorrow.